Good noon to everyone. Today discuss करूँ આપણે unit number 1 basics of process and plant design. તો first of all the introduction part in chemical engineering plant economics માં તો સ્ટાર્ટ કરીએ. This is the modern age of industrial competitions. A successful chemical engineering need more than a knowledge and understanding for the fundamental science and also related engineering subject such as the thermodynamics, reaction kinetics and computer technology. The engineer must also have the ability to apply this knowledge of practical situation for the some purpose of accomplishing something that the beneficial the society. However, in making these applications, the chemical engineering must recognize the economic implications which are involved and process accordingly. For a chemical engineering plant design in economics, plant economics for new chemical plants and the expansion or a revision of existing ones require the use of engineering principles and theories combined with the practical realizations of the limit imposed by the industrial conditions. Some development of a new plant of process from concept evolution to profitability reality is often an enormously complex problem. Is a plant design project move to the competitions through a series of stages such as is shown in the following point. Okay, the simple introductions માં આપણે point જોવાના છે. Basics of process and plant design માં તો જે plant design માટે છે this is the plant design ના some points આપ્યા છે અને આપણે ડિસ્કસ કરવાના છે one by one. First of all the inception and the શરૂઆતનું કાર્ય કઈ રીતે કરવું, preliminary evolution of economics and the market, development of data necessary for a final design, final economic evolution, detailed engineering design, procurement, erection, startup and trial runs, and some production part. This is all point about all discussion for chemical engineering plant economics માટે જોઈશું આપણે. Then the brief outlines suggest that the plant design project involve a wide variety of skills. Among these are research, market analysis, design of individual prices of equipment, cost estimation, computer programming, and plant location survey. In fact, the service of chemical engineering are needed in each steps of the outline, neither in a central creative roles or as per key advisor. Okay. Now the simply chemical engineering plant design જે આપણે ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શન્સમાં ફર્સ્ટ પોઈન્ટ જો પ્લાન્ટ ડિઝાઇન માટે જોઈશું. Okay. Then as a used in the text the general term of the plant design. Okay, this is all theoretical part in this subject. Plant design માટે ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીયલ પ્લાન્ટ માટે લઈ લો, કોઈ બી ફાર્માસ્યુટિકલ પ્લાન્ટ લઈ લો, એના માટે આપણે પ્લાન્ટ ડિઝાઇન તો જોઈશે જ. Okay, and then include all engineering aspect involved in the development of either a new modified or expanded industrial plant. In this development the chemical engineering will be making economic evolution of a new processes, designing individual pieces of equipment for the proposed new venture, or developing a plant layout for a coordination of the overall operations. Because of these many design duties, the chemical engineering is many times of referred to here as a design engineering. On the other hand, a chemical engineering specializing in the economic aspect of the design is often referred to as a cost engineering. In many instances, the term processing engineering used in the connection with economic evolution and a general economic analysis of industrial processes, while some process design refers to the actual design of the equipment and the facilities necessary for carrying out the processes. Similarly, the meaning of plant design is limited to by some engineering to items related directly to a complete plant such as the plant layout, general services facilities and the plant location. And the purpose of this book is to present to major aspect in the plant design all these processes design project જેને આપણે કોઈ બી રીતે ડિઝાઇન કરી શકીએ કોઈ બી રીતે કામ કરી શકીએ એ બાબતે. Although one person cannot be an expert in all the places on the phases involved in a plant design, it is necessary to be acquainted with the general problems and approaches in each of the phases. The process engineering may be not conducted directly with the final detailed design of the equipment, and the designer of the equipment maybe have the little influence on a decision by management as a whether or not to given return to the investment plant and acquired to justify the construction of the complete plant. Nevertheless, in all the overall design project is to be successful, close teamwork is necessary among the various group of engineering working on the different phase of the project. The most effective teamwork and coordination of effort are obtained when each of the engineers in the specialized group is aware of the many functions in the overall design project. Okay. હવે જોઈશું આપણે ડેવલપમેન્ટ હાઉ ટુ ડેવલપ કઈ રીતે કરી શકાય તે જોઈશું. પ્રોસેસ ડિઝાઇન ડેવલપમેન્ટ. The development of a process design as outlined in this chapter for the basics of the process and the plant design to different steps. The first of the course must be inception of the basic idea. This idea may be originated in the sales department as a result of a customer's request or to meet a competing product. It may occur spontaneously to someone who is acquainted with the aims and need of a particular company, or it may be the result of an orderly research program or an offshoot of such as a program, and the operating divisions of the company may be developed a new or modified chemical, generally as an intermediate in the final product. The engineering department of the company and a new process is modify an existing process is also create a new product in the all possibilities. હવે સિમ્પલી કોઈ બી આપણે માર્કેટિંગ સર્વે કરવાના છે, પ્લાન ડિઝાઇન કરવાના છે, બરાબર. સિમ્પલી પ્લાન્ટ છે કોઈ બી એ ડિઝાઇન માટે શું જોઈશે આપણે? એક તો પ્લાન જોઈએ આપણી પાસે સિમ્પલી કે લેબોરેટરીના વર્ક બેઝિસ પર આપણે કયું કાર્ય કરી શકીએ. ઓકે, this is simple. Now here a general survey of the possibilities. કેટલી possibilities છે સક્સેસફુલ થવાની એ પ્રોગ્રામને. The process is made considering the physical and chemical operations involved as well as the economic aspect. Next comes the process research phase and including the preliminary, some market survey, laboratory scales, experiment, productions કઈ રીતે કરવાનું છે, research samples of the final product. When the potentials of the process are fairly well established, the project is ready for the development phases. As this point in the pilot plant or a commercial development, and there may be constructed a pilot plant is a small scale replica of the full scale final plant, while the commercial applications development plant and usually made from this uses. Okay, now this plant is usually made from the odd pieces of equipment which are already available and is not meant to the duplicate the exact setup to be used in the full scale plant. Design data and other processes. Some information are obtained during the development stages. This information is used to the basis for carrying out the additional phases of the design project. A complete market analysis is made and the samples of the final product for a prospective customers. Okay. Now the probable returns on the required investment. આપણે જેટલું બી ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ કર્યું છે એના બાબતમાં પ્લાન માટે કેટલું ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ જોઈએ એ બી તપાસ કરવું પડશે આપણે. એન્ડ એના માટે આપણે કેશ ફ્લો ડાયાગ્રામ જોઈશું કે આપણે કેટલું ઇન્વેસ્ટમેન્ટ કરીએ, કેટલો પ્રોફિટ થાય છે, ટોટલ કોસ્ટ કેટલો થાય છે, ફિક્સ કોસ્ટ કેટલો થાય છે, એવું ડિટેલમાં આપણે જોવાના છે. Before the final process, design start company management. Normally, they becomes involved to decide if a significant capital funds committed to the project. Okay, it is at this point of the engineers the શરૂઆતનું કાર્ય ડિઝાઇન વર્ક જે કરવાનું છે એના બેસિસ પર with because they provide the primary section which management will decide of the further funds such be provided for the project. Management જે કાર્ય કરવાનું છે તે રીતે જોઈશું આપણે. A provision of significant chemical capital funds for a project and the engineering then involved in a further work on the project is known as the capitalized engineering, while that which has gone on before, while the consideration of the project was in the development some stages is often referred to as expense engineering. This distinction is used for a tax purposes to allow the capitalized engineering cost to be amortized over a period of several years. Okay, now the last 2 to 3 points જોઈએ આપણે બેઝિક કન્સિડરેશન માટે. You know, if the economic picture is still satisfactory, the final processes design phase is ready to begin. All the design details are worked out in this phase, including control services, piping layout, film price, quantities, specification and design for individual pieces of equipment and all these other design information, some necessary for the construction part of the final plant. A complete construction design is then made with elevations, some drawings, plant layout, arrangement, and other information required for the actual construction of the plant. Final stages ના બી જોઈશું આપણે. Consists of the procurement of this equipment, some construction plant startup કરવાનું છે કઈ રીતે. ઓકે, ઓલ પોઈન્ટ્સ છે તો આ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્સ પોઈન્ટ છે એક વખત લખી લો ખાસ. ધીસ વન. Okay, now the development of the design project and the some process in a logical organized sequences requiring more and more time, effort and expenditure as one phases for leads into the next. It is extremely important therefore to stop and analyze this project. Okay, and the as soon as the preliminary section for investigation of the research on the mode or original idea is complicated, and the engineer working on the project must be maintain a realistic and practical attitude in advancing through the various stages of the design project and not be swayed by personal interest and desire when deciding a further work on a particular project. is justified. Remember, if the engineer works is continued on through the various phases of a design project also, and it will be eventually end up the proposal. The money be invested in this process, and also if no tangible return can be realized from the investment, the proposal will be turned down. Therefore, the engineer should have the ability to eliminate unprofitable ventures before the design project approaches a final proposal stages. Okay, so thank you so much.